Frankie Mohammed. I don't know. 1 minute, I'm out. I'm closing my YouTube channel. Not that he's. Let me say this clearly. Not that he's out of AMC. He's holding AMC. Look, I'll give Frankie credit there. I mean, he's always been very positive with AMC. I can't take that away from him, and I'm sure he's holding for gold. But as far as 1 minute he says that he's closing down his YouTube channel, and then he just keeps making videos. So I'm just, I have to say this about American Dream. Me and American Dream are friends, and I just see a lot of times he keeps saying I'm quitting YouTube, and I started believing it in the beginning. I remember it was something like 6 months ago. He's like, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm done. I got whatever it was. I think he said he had to go to rehab or something. And I was worried about him, I remember I was like, are you all right, brother? Is everything all right? God bless you. God bless your family. Because he's my friend. I mean, listen, putting aside whatever differences you may have with the guy, he's always been a great supporter of the Ape Father, and he's a gentleman to me. I mean, he treats me great, and I think he's awesome. You know what I mean? When I was having my protest, he actually called me up crying. He called me up in tears, and he was telling me how proud he was of me, that I was taking a stand for the apes, and he was in tears, crying on the phone. And I was just like, man, I was like, what a great guy. It's one thing to just cheer me on, right? But that's another thing to cry. So I have a lot of respect for American Dream. I really do. Look, whatever differences people have with him, that's on them. You know how remember what Frankie Mohammed used to always say, you got a beef with somebody, Ape Father, that's on you. Remember he said that? That's got nothing to do with me. So it's the same thing. If some people have beefs with American Dream, that's on them. I know Telly and him had a problem. But look, I consider Telly and American Dream my friends. That's it. I don't condone racism because I know what you're all thinking. Oh, but didn't they use the N-word? Okay. And what did I do? I made a video, okay, as soon as I heard about that, condemning the use of the N-word. The N-word is a disgusting, racist word, and the Ape Father does not condone that. What else do you want me to do? It's I'm telling you, I don't condone the N-word, okay? But as far as just the way they treat me with respect. They're supporters of me, and I think that, they're my friends. That's it. I mean, listen, we all have friends that do bad things. I'll give you another example before I get into Frankie Mohammed. I know I'm going way off track here. A buddy of mine in, Brooklyn, let's just say, doesn't do the most illegal things. He even wanted me involved in it, to be honest with you. He wanted to be involved. And, let's just say he does things that are not legal, but that's what he does. And, he's my great friend, though. At the end of the day, we're great friends. We grew up together in Brooklyn, and we both actually have families. He's got 2 kids. I got 2 kids. He's a great guy. But he lives his life in a way where it's, it's kind of, he's a wise guy. You understand? I swear to you, it's the truth. The guy is a connected guy, and he does what he does, and he makes his money, and that's that. But, what business is it of mine what he does to make a living, right? What am I going to do? Tell him not to do it? He's going to laugh at me, right? So, in other words, the point I'm trying to say is that sometimes you could have a friend who maybe does things or says things that you disagree with, but they're still your friends, right? Okay, at the end of the day, I'll give you one more example. Okay, that I support Trump, okay? I'm not trying to get political, right? Okay, a lot of my friends don't. I mean, you have no idea. Family members hate him. And I had all out wars. We used to go crazy. And I used to say, you know what? Look, I love you. I says, my family's my cousins, I'm like, look, I love you guys. Come on, let's not talk about politics. Let's look, you're my family. At the end of the day, look, you have your political beliefs. I have mine. Look, let's just not talk about it no more. Let's drop it. I told them, no politic talks, okay? Let's just be cousins again. You know what I mean? So anyway, getting back to Frankie Mohammed. Frankie, might be saying this. This is where I was going with American Dream. American Dream keeps saying, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube. But then he doesn't quit YouTube. So I don't know if the reason why people like American Dream and Frankie Mohammed are doing this, I don't know. Is it because it's just funny? Is it because it's a joke? Or is it because it's a kind of a way to gain attention, right? I'll give you an example. In Brooklyn, I used to see there was this store. There was this big, gigantic store. It was a furniture store. It was called Roma Furniture. I never will forget this. It was on 18th Avenue. It was right where they made the movie Out for Justice, Steven Seagal. It was literally right across the street from Pizzeria Den, where Steven Seagal was. And then there was it was like the grocery store that sold the fruits and everything. That's where the guy was shot. Remember Bobby Lupo? Bobby Lupo was shot. And he said, hey, anybody see Richie? Everybody know why Richie do Bobby Lupo? Steven Seagal's the man. I actually was there the day they were filming Out for Justice. It's pretty incredible. But anyway, back to Frankie Mohammed. So the point I'm making with this store, Roma Furniture, they had a big sign that says going out of business. Prices are slashed up to 90%. So, me and my wife, we went in there. We had a house in Jackson, New Jersey. We bought this beautiful chandelier. Supposedly, it went for like $5,000. They actually gave it to us for $500. I mean, it was a gigantic chandelier. This was in my house in Nighthawk Lane. I think it was 336 Nighthawk. I can't remember. But it was Nighthawk Lane in Jackson, New Jersey. We were right by Great Adventure. I bought that house for $503,000, sold it for $553,000 a year later. We were just there for a year. We were young. Turned out it was a little too expensive for us, But we made $50,000 on the house, and they kept the chandelier I bought. But the point is, I kept seeing that sign going out of business for like a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later, 5 years later. So I remember I went to the guy, who's like the manager of Roma Furniture, right? And I said to him, I'm like, let me ask you a question. You're going out of business for about 5 years. He goes, well, listen, it's a good, he told me, listen to me, it's a good marketing tool. He admitted the truth to me. He goes, say you're going out of business and it's the prices at 90% off. It gets the asses in the door. You understand what I'm trying to say? It gets the cash in my register. So in other words, it's all bullshit. He's not going out of business. He's just saying he's going out of business because that's a way for him to make money. The funny thing is, a year later, he did go out of business. So I was like, I guess, I guess there's a little truth in everything you were saying. He actually did go out of business a year later. It took him like maybe 6-7 years, but he went out of business. So Frankie Mohammed, I think, might be doing the same thing. Maybe American Dream is. I love American Dream, and no disrespect to you, brother. You're my brother. No disrespect, but maybe you guys are doing this as a way to get attention. Maybe you want your channels to grow, and it's a way to get attention. Look, I'm out of YouTube. I'm done. I'm quitting. This is my last video. Because don't you think it's a little weird that Frankie Mohammed says it's his last video, and then he can't stop making videos? I think he made more videos now than he made before. He's been making videos every day. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on it? I don't think Frankie Mohammed is closing down his YouTube channel. I think that he's just looking for attention.